104.5 CHUM FM, Joey Brooks, welcoming Sara Bareilles to the studio. How are you?
Yay!
Welcome.
Oh, clapping for myself. That's not cool.
That's okay. There's only, only 6 people in the room, so it's okay to clap for yourself.
Make it sound bigger.
Yeah. Bigger than life. That's what we're all about here. So welcome. You picked a great day to come to Toronto. Absolutely beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Uh-huh.
I can't believe it. I was expecting it to be much, much colder. So
that whole Canada thing?
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, but all the East Coast and the States right now is really getting pummeled with just really bad weather. So thank you for arranging the sunshine. I appreciate it.
We called in a favor a couple of weeks ago.
I appreciate that.
And said, absolutely, we need sunshine, Mother Nature. And she was accommodating, so we're happy about that.
She's great.
So while you're here in Toronto, you're going to take in the sights. What's your plan for the, what does a big star do before the show?
Well, today is a pretty busy day. So since we don't get up to Canada too often, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of just promotional stuff today. And then we have our big show tonight. And then, unfortunately, we have to leave right after the show. We have to make another long drive. But I think we're going into Boston.
Okay.
Am I right? I'm
right.
That
sounds like a lot of work. Being famous is tough.
It's terrible.
So let's hypothetically speaking, if you had no work to do all day, what would you do? Let's
sleep
plan a perfect day.
Okay, perfect day.
Perfect
I love
day.
this game. Okay, sleep in, find an amazing coffee shop to go grab, a yummy cappuccino or a latte and a small bite. Then a long walk, maybe a little window shopping or real shopping.
Okay.
And then afternoon drinks and like a big dinner.
That sounds like more fun. Can you cancel the show?
I think we
Let's
might.
go do that.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, that sounds amazing, doesn't it?
Now, in between, of course, we first got to know you with Love Song, which was a huge, massive #1 hit. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And all of your success. So after you kind of had some time to, be on the road and meet the fans and do everything, did you do a whole lot of that perfect day in your time off?
I did. Yeah, that was, I'm very lucky that I had enough time to kind of decompress from the time out on the road and then really kind of get my strength back, so to speak. And I did, I would do just sort of lazy days. But then, and the writing process for me was a little more involved than I sort of thought it would be. It took me a little bit longer to write this record than I was hoping. I thought it would sort of just come out really easily and freely, but I had to work for it. So
you worked with some cool people. I read some of the guys from Weezer you collaborated with, and Pharrell.
It was a really fun summer of just kind of random collaborations. And before I had started the record, I had sort of met with a bunch of different producers, Pharrell being one of them, The Roots. And it was exciting. It was cool. I ended up choosing a producer named Neil Avron, and we did the record in LA. But it was super fun. It was really just exploratory. It's really cool.
It a lot of big differences from the second time around? Because the first time you're kind of coming up as a singer-songwriter,
right.
and a lot of the songs you probably worked on while you're in college and getting out of college, and it's kind of mostly on you.
Yeah.
But then after a big hit, you can kind of pick and choose who you work with.
Yeah, it's true. I think the biggest difference for me was just sort of my own self-confidence. I think I was less worried about what would people think. I mean, I still thought about that, of course, but I just wasn't so scared of everything. My first time in the studio, I just remember sort of being in awe of the whole process and really insecure and feeling like I had to ask permission for everything. And this time I was much more of a diva.
You're a seasoned pro.
I don't know about that, but I was much more comfortable, and I really enjoyed the process. It was very liberating to not feel so scared.
And I mean, as a true artist, because you write and play and perform, and starting out probably did a lot of small venues and kind of intimate settings where you sing and play.
7 people came, like one of them being my aunt. I
Really?
remember, I remember those shows vividly.
So thinking back to those days, to all of the stuff that you've done between shows on TV and huge venues, what's the coolest thing that's happened? Just kind of as an artist when you're on stage and go, wow, this is really happening.
I do remember getting to share the stage with Stevie Wonder at one point, and that was pretty awe-inspiring. He definitely has an aura around him. You can sort of feel him coming in the room before he's even there. It's pretty spectacular.
Were you nervous?
Oh, yeah. I was so nervous, and I don't think I said 2 words, but I did get to hug him. He was very
that's cool.
sweet. Yeah. He's
Very
squishy.
Nice. He's what?
He's squishy.
Squishy.
Yeah.
We didn't know that.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder is squishy.
And amazing. Squishy amazing.
So performing with Stevie Wonder, any other memorable experiences?
Oh, so many. I mean, the coolest thing about this job is that it's always changing. Every show is totally different. Even if you're playing the same venue in the same city multiple nights in a row, for some reason there's just this intangible thing that keeps shifting, and it really keeps you on your toes. And getting to travel is just, that's incredible. What an awesome way to see the world for the first time is, through music and stuff. But it's brought me to get to sort of play for the Obamas a couple of times, which has been pretty spectacular. And I got to do the White House Easter egg roll, although I was playing after Justin Bieber, so it was a little bit of a... there's all these kids at the on the White House lawn, and they were just losing their minds over Justin Bieber. And then he leaves the stage, and then it's our turn. And I'm like, great, this is going to be awesome.
Maybe a collaboration. I mean, you've already worked with Stevie. Your resume's good.
I'm pretty sure next on the list is Justin Bieber.
Absolutely, he's quite a good drummer. We could probably set that up.
Make a phone call. Okay.
Work on the 11 to 13-year-old fan base.
Okay.
Always can grow that.
That's true. Very true.
So now, of course, you're back and touring again, and King of Anything is another great song and doing very well.
Thank you.
How is it the second time around?
Again, it kind of comes back to, I think, just feeling a little more self-confident about things. And, it's so funny just going through everything that first time around. It was the first time I'd ever done a radio interview or it's something on television, and it's so nerve-wracking because you feel like every moment there's so much pressure or something like that. So it's nice to be able to relax and actually just enjoy the fact that part of my job is just getting to talk about my music and kind of getting my message out there, and it's a pretty big perk of the job. So it's great. And King of Anything is a super fun song to play and sing, and it's been really nice to see on this tour. Everyone knows the words, and I like to make the shows really interactive. I like lots of claps and snaps and singing with the audience and stuff like that. So the shows have been really high energy and really fun for us. So it's been really fun.
Is the song based on anyone in particular?
This one, it's funny because it came out in a very similar manner to Love Song. Love Song was, I thought I had written the whole record, and then I got really pissed off, and then I went back and wrote Love Song, and the exact same thing happened this time around. I thought I had written the whole record, and because I had such a hard time writing this record, I was dealing with so much writer's block, I felt like I had to fight really hard for these songs, so I think I was really defensive about them, and I shared them all for the first time with sort of my inner circle, it's management and label and some close friends, and I got some feedback, and some of it was good, and the other was, more constructive criticism, and I realized I was super defensive and really just sensitive about it, and I guess I got angry again and sort of told them off. And these are people I love, but I think I was like a mama bear over these songs.
It must be difficult when you put so much passion, and I mean, that's really a representation of yourself, both musically and with the lyrics, and when you kind of get some feedback that's maybe not exactly what you...
Yeah, it feels very personal. And I think the trick is not to take it personally, but it's
almost
really
like
hard
calling
to separate.
someone's baby's ugly, like saying your baby's ugly or something like that, right?
I don't like that.
I don't think I would either.
I think my babies are beautiful.
So you got a little angry, and then went back in and recorded King of Anything.
Yes.
Was it a song that just kind of came together quickly?
It did. It sort of, I felt very much like I was sort of channeling something, and I think I was kind of building, it was a pep talk song for me, kind of building up my own armor of sort of stepping back out there, and it came really quickly, and I knew as soon as I wrote it, I sent out an email to everyone, and I was like, this is going to be the first single. I could feel that, so...
This makes a lot of sense because the first time I heard it, I thought it reminded me of this guy I used to work with, and we always used to say, who died and made you boss?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So now we have to figure out who at the record label is the song about.
Next.
No comment on that question.
No comment.
We'll leave it alone. We want a third album.
There you go.
So tonight's the show at the Phoenix.
Yes.
I have seen you perform live, and you put on an excellent show. So I think everyone
thank
that's
you.
going is definitely in for a good time tonight. Any new additions to the show? It's been a couple of years since I've seen you live.
Oh, yeah, we've actually beefed up the band. We've added another band member, and yeah, the whole thing is just kind of, it's really grown. We really pulled out all the stops for this tour. I wanted because I know how difficult it is for people to sometimes you find the funds to get to a show. You know, tickets are expensive, and time and away from your normal life is sometimes that's hard. So I really wanted the show experience to be something that the fans would remember. So we have a beautiful light show and projector, and I got a brand new piano just for this tour. It's painted bright blue, and it's
Nice.
I feel like the stage show is really beautiful, or at least I do. I might be biased, but I like it. But the fans seem to be really enjoying the experience, and we have a lot of fun.
It's going to be a good show. Maybe I'll come and give you bad feedback. Then you could write another hit
I'll
tonight.
write a song about you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Congrats on all of your success again today.
Thanks so much.
And I think you should just blow off everything and
I
go
know.
drink.
Let's go get
Have
drinks.
fun.
All right, let's do this.
Sarah Bareilles, thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye.